T2 Biosystems Inc. stock. So the stock is rallying within a longer term bearish trend, and in this August alone, it has gained 110%. In the last trading week, that was the week from the 7th to the 11th of August, it gained 30%, and all of these have now ensured that a lot of retail investors have piled in on it, either buying it or just observing it or watching it. I think they're saying retail investors have actually increased their positions in the stock by sixfold in at least probably within this 2 weeks. That is that's between the 1st of August and maybe as of Friday the 11th. So it is definitely attracting a lot of interest from retail investors. We can see it has a decent amount of coverage on YouTube. You can see that all of these are still on TTTO and still further down. Yeah. So the folks at Investor Place have also done their own due diligence for us to digest. They're saying that they have 4 promising medical devices in its pipeline, several of which have FDA breakthrough device designations. But all of those designations does not mean that things will materialize, handsomely, or that the company will continue to demonstrate the competence that is needed, that to probably get these devices out to the market, continue to succeed in achieving approvals from the FDA. Promising is one thing, and delivering ultimately is yet another thing. And also, but there are also material issues. These are very much immediate issues concerning the stock, and indeed a lot of all other stocks, which is dilution and dilution and dilution. So they have been able to do a few calculations, and they're saying that before May, the shares outstanding of TTOO was at 24.887 million, and as of August, early this month, August, it ballooned to 33.58 million shares. And they also the company raised around $30 million in cash, or thereabout, around that period, and which values the shares of the company at 10 cents. But the trick there is that what Investor Place are trying to make us understand is that these dilutions, it can go into, or rather raising these funds by convertible debt, can go in a direction that is favorable to the company, or in a direction that is favorable to the creditors. So in the case of T2, it has gone in the favor of the creditors, because the shares have now increased by several fold, and then the investment is $30 million. So if you multiply these shares outstanding, 33.58 million, by multiply that by the current price of 0.33, you will get the sort of value we're talking about. Let's see, let's do that calculation. We have 333.580 multiplied by 0.3379. We have $112 million. So these guys invested $30 million. They are definitely in the money already. So this is the direction that favors them. It will favor T2 Biosystems if this stock begins to rally and skyrockets. It will definitely favor you, and probably myself, who are just not the creditors. It will also definitely favor creditors as well, because they will continue to prosper, given the fact that the shares outstanding has increased. But as it is right now, they are even in the money already, and the stock hasn't even really moved. But a lot of market participants have already been diluted. This current price of 0.33 is not doing anything good for them. But in any case, these are some of the things that are currently happening. So there's every chance, there's every likelihood that Even though it has been rallying, they've rallied 110% in August alone. There's no guarantee that it will continue to rally. It will continue to sustain this rally and skyrocket to $3 and $5 or even higher. I'm going to get to the projections we have on the stock. So all of these are the sort of things you have to really bear in mind. This is a company that is in need of funds, and the creditors are going to do their best to continue to short the stock. So something I also didn't mention was that they in a lot of cases, when they are getting involved with companies like T2 by Systems, they also short the stock. They sell the stock short, which is not illegal. They sell it short to drive down the price, and then they also provide the capital that is needed. So that way they probably make some money from selling the stock short, and also when the shares outstanding increases, they also have more shares, way more shares, because the shares outstanding increases by a huge margin. That margin even surpasses the losses that have occurred from the dilution. So you can, I clearly showed it. I've showed you what it is now. You can see the market cap is currently $112 million, isn't it? I'm going to validate that here. You can see 112 million. That is what the market cap is currently, and these guys have invested around there, especially the folks that are invested of late, $30 million. Because I want to believe that they are the ones who have and who are behind this increase in the shares outstanding figure, which is what they agreed with the company. So in any case, to cut a long story short, dilution will continue to occur, or rather may continue to occur. Because they need funds, and they will continue to do that. And they are now using convertible debt. Companies use convertible debt to get in the funds they need. So we have as of Friday the 11th, the stock reached, the price reached over $0.4 at some point on its based on what was printed on its 45 minute chart. So we have upper projections on this 1 minute chart of all the way towards $0.3450, and yes, indeed, at some point it reached 0.35 and even higher, as I indicated earlier on. So let's see what we can see on that 45 minute chart. Let's see, for the 5 minute chart, we have projections there. They have 0.45. You can see that that's a projection. You can see that price I'm talking about. This is around $0.4 or thereabout, $0.4. So projections of all the way to 0.4541 on the 45 minute chart, but there are also downward projections of all the way down to 0.0793. So on its 1 minute chart, let's see what things are like there. It's quite a bit quiet there. It's very quiet there. There are projections there, but they are not very, very clear. They are not very visible. There's a projection of I want to believe of all the way to 0.6396. Not fantastic. I'm sure you want to see something way more than that. Okay, on the 1 week chart, it's really ambitious, very, very ambitious. $168.7. I think all of these are going by the fact that at some point it was actually trading at such a level. At some point it was trading at 161.78. It has, as of February 8th 2021, it was at those sort of levels. It has continued to decay down to where it is right now. So the upper projection we have on the stock from where it is currently now on the weekly chart is 25.46. If that is really going to make you happy, 25.46, you can take that, 25.46. But the issue there is this need of funds the company has. But the rallies will definitely continue to occur. Rallies can occur, and they may occur. Come the next trading session, it may occur as well. It may skyrocket further, gain a further 300%, further 30%, for 100%. But just be really careful, just be aware that these are the sort of things you are facing already. We have seen that the company has continued to raise funds, and the value of the continue to raise funds, and the shares outstanding have also continued to increase, leading to dilutions. So there were I'm sure there were some investors that got in at this sort of level, $23 or thereabout, and some of them have may still be there or not. So this is the reality of what has happened, and there's no guarantee that the end is in sight. So just know how you're going to play this one. Bear this in mind, and it's really very interesting. It's a highly volatile stock, I want to believe. Let's look at the volatility of over the last 10 trading sessions, 168.4. So it will continue to spike and rally and all that stuff. You can even see it's outperforming the S&P 500 as of Friday, the 11th of August. It's outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum strongly bullish. Investors are paying higher prices for the stock. Buyers are more active than sellers. All of these, amongst other things, it's buzzing. There's money to be made, but just know when you're going to go in and when you're going to come out. And I'll definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.